And he gets it to go. Howard's got 7 points. Pacers leading by 8. Outside Hill. Got a piece of it. The pass to Stuckey. West a screen on Beal. 5 to shoot. Here's Stuckey. And again, it's Indiana.
You know, they've really built the lead on their inside game and their ability to convert second chance opportunities, Kevin.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right. Here's the waiter. On the wing, Evans. Evans, right side, shoots, releases from the wing and drills it. Evans has got his first basket. Now, here is Hill. Hill left side. Dwight Howard grabs the board. The 76ers trail by 8. Here's the waiter. Shot clock at 6. Evans outside. Lets the 3 fly. Pacers with the rebound. Hibbert's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, you know, it's always a challenge for a coach in a position like Brett Brown, leading a team through a season with 63 losses. How do you hold the Sixers players accountable and demand execution? Despite that lack of success, I think it goes back to his player development experience, understanding that the process is what you have to embrace as you're working towards more consistent success.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Dishes it to Beal. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahaney's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for West. Ronald Sloan's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Watson in for George Hill. Outside, George from the arc. And it's George again missing. And for Brown, he knew losses would come early. But he demanded, Steve, a 4-year guaranteed deal, wanting time to develop his team, and he got it.
Well, he was smart because this is going to be a difficult transition for the Sixers. And, you know, with all the turnover in the NBA on the coaching front, I think it was important for ownership to give him that long-term approach.
Now George. Bradley Beal missing from long range. Watson kicks to George. They set the pick. Beyond the arc. Shot is no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. This game against Indiana, the first game of the NBA's regular season.
And this is a big game, guys, today because these teams will see each other 3 more times down the road. And this one kind of sets the tone for the season series.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Here's Watson, and he makes good on the layup. Watson's got his first basket of the night. 1:49 left to play here in the first. I think Steve nailed it moments ago, Clark, talking about, you know, these series of 3-4 games between these two teams during the year, and eventually they'll know each other very well. But as we see now, the slate between them is clean.
And being that it is their first meeting, Kevin, I'm actually anxious and curious to see what's changed in terms of how they come at each other compared to last season.
Philadelphia shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Cannony's checked in for Philadelphia. Good on the 2nd free throw.
Well, Nerlens Noel's rookie season, essentially a medical redshirt, recovering from ACL surgery in early 2013. So this will be his true rookie season.
Here is Watson. And Sloan kicks to George. Hits it from 3-point range. George has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Indiana.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And Nerlens Noel projected as a #1 draft pick based on his defensive impact as a freshman, Clark, at Kentucky. But the knee injury dropped him to #6.
Yeah, you're drafting that high. General manager's looking for an immediate impact player in the draft. Concerns about that knee and his slight build caused him to slide. But if he gets healthy and adds some weight to that frame, I think he could be a real presence defensively.
And the foul called on the Philadelphia 76ers. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. It's hauled in by Kanan. The 76ers trail by 6. Tries a 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
Watson dishes to George. Pass to Sloan. Clock at 6. The shot. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. 10 points here for George.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Here's Kanan. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Passes it to Sampson. The fader. The shot misses.
Did you see his balance there, guys? Really faded away. I think that's why he missed.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Pacers lead by 5. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
It's a Halloween book.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
They've done a nice job on the offensive boards here, guys, and I think that was the difference in that first quarter. Really pounding the offensive glass.
Well, they set the tone early with their mindset, their tenacity, and their hustle. I mean, that's the way they've come out, and it's served them well.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the court right now for the Pacers. George and Scola, they're the forwards. Donald Sloan out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's Mahinmi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Now here's Stuckey. Here's George. Here's Scola. Misses in close. 76ers trailing. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Sloan, covered by Evans. Here's Sloan. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And that one's good, George. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Evans. Second chance shot, and Howard with the layup. Howard's got 9 points.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Sloan passes to Mahinmi. Down low. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, let's take a look at Paul George and how his last season turned out. 5th in steals, 11th in free throw percentage. And he became a real offensive threat, one of the top 15 scorers in the game.
He also managed to be top 5 in steals as well, Steve, and that was significant. I mean, he was really good at lulling ball handlers to sleep, giving them kind of a false sense of security, and then he'd pounce on it as it was being dribbled to the floor. And he got a lot of his pilfers that way.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mahinmi. West comes in for Luis Scola. And it's Hill in for George.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Here's Sloan. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The layup missed. Sullinger the screen. Here's Simpson. Again, Philadelphia.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Jared Solinger has developed some very thick skin during his time in the league. Solinger said, because I had Satch Solinger as a coach. So I learned early that it's not how loud he's saying it, it's what he's saying. I was blessed to have an angry coach. It's very hard to get into Jared's head, guys.
It is indeed. Thank you, Doris. Here's Sloan. Philadelphia able to drain the three. Hill kicks to Sloan. Here's Stuckey. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Stuckey's got 8. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
Well, last season the fans in Indiana finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers. They were in the top 10 in attendance, up from 25th in 2013.
Here's the waiter. 7 points in the game. Hill with some nice D.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Sloan. No good with the elbow jumper. Well, Clark, you look at the low attendance numbers for the Pacers in years past from 2007 to 2012. They averaged the second worst in the league. I think that surprised a lot of people.
It really did. It surprised me and the rest of the organization as well. Yet that corresponds with the seasons that the Pacers actually dipped below 500, and there wasn't a lot of promise on the horizon. But the Pacers winning now, and from what I hear, the TV ratings are also over double. Actually, I know the TV ratings for that
Isn't that something?
team have doubled up since 2012, so things are headed in the right direction now.
Now here's Howard. He's got 9. It's rebounded by Indiana. Hibbert's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Yeah, and guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Pacers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Sloan. West setting the pick for Stuckey. From the arc. And it's Hill. That's on the assist by Stuckey. Hill's got 5 points so far.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And there's the foul. It's on Donald Sloan. Here's the waiter. He has 7. Kicks it to Sullinger. He feeds it to Beal. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Simpson, the pass to Evans. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by West. West has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. In the 3rd spot, Dwight Howard.
Well, I tell you what, this guy probably did not want the season to come to an end the way he was shooting the ball. He wanted to keep going.
Indiana's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And Sloan kicks to Stuckey. And there's the feed to Sloan. Sullinger against West. Back to Stuckey. Shoots the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Sullinger with the ball. West picks him up. Sullinger a screen on Stuckey. Here's
Oh, ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time. I don't know that this is the time for that kind.